Hey everybody! Okay, I'm working in Zbrush 2019, and ever since the 2019 update, they introduced Sculptress Pro mode, and that in Symmetry you can make about anything you want to. Wait, I don't want any color right now. Let's turn RGB off and turn Z out all the way up. Okay, now I'm focusing on PBR shading right now, but I'm trying to make a monster type character real quick. Now, box modeling is one thing, or you can just bust out a character just from a sphere, and that's kind of like what I like to do. So let's see, this will probably be the stomach and the chest area. Okay. Back. Okay, lower back. Okay. Wait, whoa. Zoom out. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Chisel that away a little bit. And work on the legs. Lower stomach. Okay, now the legs. Okay. I'm gonna create the whole legs just like this. See what that looks like. F to frame. That looks pretty good. Awesome. Looking good. Okay, zoom out. And okay, I'm going to bring up the stomach a little bit. And my dude is hunched over a little bit, but that's okay. Have any solid ideas yet, so I'm just messing around. Okay, let's see. He's still hunched over. Okay, I like the legs. Let's make those a little bit longer. Okay. F to frame, looking pretty good. Let's see, I'm going to select a portion of my model, invert, and let's make sure this is going straight up. Okay, smooth it out a little bit and bring it up. Okay. I don't know. I just felt like doing that. Good. It's still crooked. Let's see. Okay, select, inverse, rotate, Alt up here, then Alt click to get down there. Okay. Now he's up, straight up a little better. So let's smooth things out. Whoa. Okay, back muscles. Okay. Too much. Smooth things out. Okay. Now, this is going to be his stomach. I'm going to zoom up and focus on his muscles. Okay, and then here's his upper chest cavity, ribs. Okay, now he's gonna work on his muscles. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now let's pull out his neck. So awesome. Okay, back of his head. I'm going to resize my draw brush just to make this a little quicker. Good. Okay, now let's zoom around, or rotate around, and see what's going on. Smooth things out. Okay, BMB for the move brush. I'm just going to reshape his skull real quick. Wait, okay, yeah, here we go. I was having some problems with my Wacom tablet. Okay. Good. Okay, there is the shape of his head, basically. Okay. Awesome. Wait. Yeah, smooth things out. Good. Okay, BFA for flatten brush. This is like my primary brush. I use this to sculpt all sorts of detail. Okay. Back of his head. Pull out, bring in. Pull out, bring in. Okay, looking nice. Oh, Control Z. Okay. Now, let's see. I need something for the back of his head. No, Control Z. A few times. Okay, right underneath it's going to come in like this. And then, probably going to change my draw size, and then let's see, could that be something? Pull it out, bring it in. Movie modifiers, spin frames. Let's bring that up quite a bit. Okay, now U. I created a shortcut for U. Every time I press U, it makes a turntable of my character, just so I can get a nice visual of what's going on. Pretty nice. Okay, U. Okay, let's take a look. What do I like? I like the back of his head. I could bring this into Substance Painter and add some really cool textures and stuff, for like if I wanted to use this in the future. Okay, X for escape. Okay, this is going to be the front of his face, so I want to bring this out a little bit more, and his eyes are going to be underneath. Okay. So, a little bit more. Oh, that was kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I have Sculptress Pro mode on, so I'm going to reduce my draw size and Z intensity, and then Shift. Oh wait, yeah, Shift, then lower my draw size or Z intensity, and I'm going to smooth the edges right here. So if we press Shift F, you can see that I'm adding detail and slowly smoothing out at the same time, which is hopefully making things look nice to the front and the back. Good. Top as well. Okay, that looks nice, but I want it to be closer together, so I'm going to BPI for the pinch brush, and you have like 30,000 plus undos for every subtool in ZBrush, so I'm going to experiment a little bit. Okay, let's just see what this looks like. Shift F, Control Z, Control Shift Z, Control Z. Okay, I like the way that looks. I'm going to be a little more careful. Okay. Awesome. I like that. Shift F. Good. Now let's move on to some different areas of our model. Good. I like. I'm going to reduce my draw size even more. Shift F, which makes even more geometry. Okay. Awesome. I'm liking what's going on. Good. And then the very bottom. Awesome. I think I like that. Cool. Shift F. Okay. The geometry is a little weird, but I can always Z remesh this later on, which has really made some big improvements in this update. Pretty cool. Okay, I like the way this looks. I'm gonna leave the rest for now. I'm going to work on the way he looks first. Okay, Shift F. Okay, he definitely needs some eyes. BFA. Whoa. Issues with my Wacom tablet. Okay, increase my draw size. And Z intensity. Wait, Control Z. I went too far. Okay, let's move back. I think his eyes are too far apart. Let's undo. Okay, that looks a little better. Yeah, sure. He's a robot. Okay, now his nose. Good. I'm liking everything so far. Well, let's zoom in right here. I want to flatten. Oh, let's reduce my draw size. Flatten right there. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's do the infamous U. Slow rotate around. Take a look at what I like. I like his top of his head, forehead. I like these bolt type things in the back. Central logo, you know, or powered charger cell something. Okay, looks good. Right on. Okay. Exit. Escape. Okay, now let's work on his ears. Okay.
Yeah.
Go out. Bring in. Looks a little weird. Okay, BMV for move. Okay. Move this stuff around. Looks pretty good. I think it needs. Push these in. Okay, zoom out. Okay, now let's BFA, flatten the inside of his ears, and BMV, move this around a little bit. Control Shift Z. Control Z goes backwards. Control Shift Z moves forward. One undo. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, now like I did before, BPI for pinch, and let's just bring this in. Looking pretty good. Awesome. Every once in a while you want to look at your poly count. If this was like 2 million something, I would want to watch out with what I'm doing. Maybe occasionally save, just in case. I'm using the pinch brush to bring in the geometry that looks a little off, and things are turning out nicely. Good. Awesome. Okay, that looks pretty nice. Okay, now let's work on his mouth. Okay, BFA. Wait. Oh, it moves in like that because my Wacom tablet, you can zoom in and stuff. I just haven't gotten rid of that ability on my Wacom tablet, so it does that every once in a while. Okay. Increase my draw size. Good. And okay. Pulling out some geometry. He doesn't have a beard or anything, so okay, there is his mouth. Wait, side view. Cool. that looks like a beard. Smooth things out. I guess his face could be shaped like that. Okay. Okay, now, one thing I discovered sort of by myself a little while ago is that the mouth is a lot easier to create if you use live boolean. So let's insert. Let's do a cube. Okay, and then there's the cube. W to move it around right over the head, and there's our mouth. It looks really awesome. I'm just going to submit this to Ubisoft or something. Just kidding. Let's scale this down and bring it forward. Scale it down a little more. Okay, zoom in, and now let's see. Place it over where the mouth would be. Size it up. Okay, I'm not sure what this looks like so far, so let's quick save, just because things go wrong sometimes. Okay, then live boolean, that is activated. Now we can subtract the box from the monster beneath, and let's move the box around, rotate it if need be. That's pretty nice. Okay, then let's scale it down some more. Fairly nice, but doesn't really matter what shape the box is. If we press Shift F, we can see it, kind of an outline of where the box is and what is being cut into the character beneath. Just want it to look more like a regular mouth. Oh, okay, that looks fairly good. And one thing you can do is, let's switch to our BFA flatten brush. And how many polys do we have with, Control D to divide. Right now if we hold Shift F, I am dividing the box that is being cut into our character. Didn't mean to offend. He definitely has all the characteristics of a full-blown character and not just a creature, which would have less significance than a character in my book and things like that. Anyway, where was I? Okay, Shift F. If I press Control D, you will notice that the geometry of our box increases, and Control D again, it went from 7,000 to 31,000 active points or polygons. So now, if we press Shift F, you will notice a little bit more detail inside the mouth because there is more geometry from the box that is cutting into our figure. So now, one thing I like to do is BFA, and with that box selected, and probably X for symmetry as well. I'm going. Wait. Issues with my tablet. Okay, I'm going to reduce my draw size and start painting on my box. Wait. The mesh is composed of multiple subdivision levels. Okay. Quick save, just in case. Okay. Now I don't want to mess up on this mouth, so I'm going to Control Shift D. Duplicate this box, hide one copy of the box. Okay, now, just so in case we lose, mess up or something, I want the original just in case. Okay, geometry, let's delete lower subdivision level, so now we can make alterations to our box, which is modifying the cut into my character so things look different. Let's see. I'm basically trying to shape the inside of his mouth right now. Wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Sculptress Pro Mode on. Okay. Nice. Just so things look good. Okay. Control Z. Sometimes BCB, clay buildup brush, is a good brush to sculpt with. So, we are looking at the inside of the box right now, so at the moment I'm going to turn Z intensity up when I smooth, just to make things a little easier. Okay. So when we are pushing in on the box, the controls are basically backwards, so when I hold down Alt, it is pushing into our creature, and just regular painting will be, pulling geometry out. So, okay, it's his mouth. So, let's work on where his teeth might be. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Alt. Let's push his jaw back. Smooth occasionally just because things get pretty trippy pretty quick. Smooth. Okay. Now, okay, just trying to shape his gum. It would have basically a half pipe look. Okay, there are his gums. Now maybe the top. No, don't ruin his mouth. This is like $30,000 plastic surgery. Okay. Now, Alt. Smooth. Alt. Bringing his upper jaw back. Smooth. Now this looks like I'm just painting on or sculpting on this character, but in fact if we solo mode right now, we are actually painting on the reverse of this object. So if we paint a happy little smiley face on this side. Okay. Smiley face. Good. Then, if we turn off solo, you can see the smiley face being chiseled into our character. I don't like the way that looks too much, so instead of undoing that, I can probably just, fix my Wacom tablet. Okay. So, without undoing that, I'm just going to shift and smooth that out. Yeah, basically I want to chisel away at that, so I'm switching between Alt and regular sculpting to bring this out some. No. Okay. Awesome. Basically, his mouth is looking better and better. Okay, now let's work on his tongue. Smooth it out. Good. Looking pretty nice. Okay, wait. Solo mode. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, okay, there is his tongue, which is very hard to look at the moment, so I'm going to sculpt on it in solo mode and see if that would be a little bit easier. Okay, that should have worked. Okay, turning it off. Now let's see, that worked a little bit, but I don't know, let's flatten this, smooth it out. Okay, his tongue is basically done. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, now let's work on the top of his jaw.
Yeah.
Okay, here's his lower jaw. Nope. Wait. Okay, flatten. Flatten. Flatten out. Good. Okay. Now his upper jaw. Let's see. Probably. Wait. Solo mode. Let's see. Maybe this would be easier. I can see the shape of the teeth, so I'm just going to try and do my best to sculpt it. Back teeth. Okay, now the top. Wait, okay. Let's see, I'm being creative, so I'm turning perspective mode off, so it's, I'm looking straight down on it. Now I'm going to turn transparency on, which doesn't seem to be working. Never mind. Okay, solo mode off. Good idea gone. So, let's flatten this out some. Wait, his teeth don't go back that far. Smooth some of that out. Okay, teeth are right near the front. So. That's his front teeth, and it curves backwards. That's okay. Latin. Good. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna live with that one. Okay, so now we have a set of teeth that are being cut into our character. Now I'm going to select our character and shape the outside of his mouth. Okay. Good. Bottom lips. bit. Okay, it looks okay. Okay. Now, next, let's make his arms. Okay, BFA, flatten, full strength. Good. Now I'm going to bring out his back arm and then his front arm. Nice. Okay. A little bit more. Probably. Okay, that looks nice. Now let's focus on his lower arms. Okay. A little bit more. Okay, that works. F to frame. There's our character. B and V. I can increase my draw size to make drastic changes to our character to make him look different. Okay. Okay, now the infamous turntable. Okay, what do I like? He could use some more work on his shoulders. Oh. Okay, BFA and reduce my draw size. And let's just pull his shoulder blades out. Good. Yikes. Wait. Looking nice. Yikes. Okay. Then let's make his hands. Now this is really easy if you, at least for me, if I start out with a sphere-like, whoa, okay, so BFA, wait, no, BCB, clay buildup. Let's actually pull out his hands with this brush. Okay, I'm going to smooth it out now. So basically it has a sphere-like look. Then BFA. Then, oh wait, yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to Alt click right here. Okay, there's his thumb. Here's his first finger. Okay. Second finger. Third finger. Man, I always... Darn. That's too bad. Okay, third finger. And fourth, I guess. Right there. Kind of sad. Okay, now let's move these around. B and V. Okay. Moving around. Okay. Good. increase my draw size. Yikes.
Yeah.
These would have been really nice fingers, but they don't look too good right now. Control Z. Okay, let's move to the top. So, I'm going to redraw those. BFA. Okay. Now let's do BCB. Play build-up brush. Okay, there's the thumb. First finger. Second finger. Third finger. And there's our fourth finger. Okay. Yay. Okay, then BFA. Now we can pull these out. Maybe my draw size is too big. Control Z. Okay, 1. Good. 2. 3. Next finger. Okay. Gotta have a nice view of him. Okay, U. There we go. There's a nice turntable. Here's our dude. Now we're gonna get into PBR shading. Okay. So if we render right now, our character looks pretty plain. Let's switch to a front view. Maybe of his face. Okay, now render again. Okay, now let's open up this panel and open up render and drag that over here. Okay, so BPR filters. Now, everybody knows the regular 16 filters that were in ZBrush before 2019. A lot of new ones have been added. I'm really excited about material shading. Select that. Then you can select any matte cap material or standard material to get a different look. Awesome. We just selected the normal RGB matte cap, and it changed the entire way our character looks. I'm not searching for that look right now. Let's try something a little more fun. Let's try Reflect 2. Okay, looks pretty good. If we get out of render mode, it does look a lot different than what we were sculpting on. Let's turn render back on and move to the next filter. Okay, off is little circle, big circle is on. And let's go to material shading, texture, and then we can choose something totally different. Let's try Framer 3, which adds to the previous render. So if we turn off the first one, now we've got a different render, but then they both work together. And one fabulous thing you can do is you can try different blending modes with any of these shaders. So now we've got a nice multiply, which has a nice look with our first matte cap, which was Reflect 2. Reflect 2 and Framer 3 look really nice, but let's try one more material shading. Okay. Yep, yeah. Material shading and then texture. Let's try Reflect Red. Awesome. That is really, really cool. Now let's just say I didn't really like Reflect Red. You can always go into Material. Wait. Manually select the material, Reflect Red, and then go into Material up at the top and change the way it looks. Let's change its hue, which gives you a different look when you render your final material. We have the matte cap that we had previously, which looks nice. If we select the new one, it generates a new look and feel to our current render setup. Really, really awesome. Let's see. I'm gonna try to change the blending mode. Okay, there's lighten. It does a little bit, but if we switch to darken, okay, I really like that look. It makes everything stand out a little better. One really nice thing about this whole new PBR shading that you can now do in ZBrush 2019 is you can make Photoshop adjustments inside ZBrush, which is really awesome. And okay, that's not good. But anyway, let's try one more PBR filter. I'm going to try screen tone dots. This is really cool, but it just wiped out most of what we had beneath. But you can also use masking in the positive or negative direction to get drastically different looks. So now just our model is affected, which is not good. But if you use blending modes like multiply, now you get a really wicked look with all of the blending filters or all of the render filters beneath, and you get this really trippy comic book look. Pretty awesome. Now, it's not just this image. You can move to different areas of your model and Shift R, render to get the same look and feel on anything else you want in your scene, like this nice the back of his head looks like gears and stuff. You can take a look at that. Looks pretty nice. Let's see, multiply might not work 100%. Let's try some different blending modes. Wait, add, subtract. That's kind of interesting. If you change the screen tone dots, right now it's at 20, to lower, oh, that's kind of cool. That gives a nice comic book look. Or higher, you get bigger dots, which is really cool. And let's stick with that one and change from blending mode subtraction to no, overlay. Looks pretty nice. Hard light, color dodge. Color dodge looks pretty nice. Let's go back to what it was before. 3. Ooh, that's awesome. I love the way that looks. Let's see if you can. One thing that is really nice about this whole PBR system is while you still have it rendered and you haven't exited out, so it's still in render mode, you can turn these filters on and off to get, just slight adjustments to your model and see what works best. Let's try some different. No, that's too light. Let's try darken. Okay, then multiply. Ooh, that's awesome. I love that look. Cool. Okay, let's get a nice hero view. Shift R. Pretty cool. Let's see. I'm going to turn floor off. That might have some effect on my render. Awesome. And then zoom out. Shift R. Really cool. Now let's go to material, and we are currently selected on. We have reflect red selected. Let's change its hue so we can get a different look. Oh, I like blue. Awesome. Okay, but until we switch, this looks blue right now because the material that I have selected for our character is this guy right here. But if we switched to, let's say, chalk, okay, reflect red is still the same, and then we come over to PBR filters and change this to reflect red and render, it'll have a drastically different look, which looks nice, but let's see what that looks like with reflect red. Or that, oh, that's awesome. I love the way that looks. So you can basically get an infinite number of render styles with applying different materials and then changing the PBR filters, which give you drastically different looks. Let's see what this looks like. No, let's try matte cap red clay. That's interesting. I love the way that looks. And if you get closer, it'll probably have the same look. That is so cool. You could use this in any application that involves digital printed objects or characters or environments. Really awesome. I'm going to go back to reflect red. Let's take one more render of our character, and awesome. Sweet. This has been a nice look at using PBR filters in ZBrush 2019 and creating a character from scratch from just a Z sphere, for example. Let's zoom in on his hand real quick and see what this looks like in render mode. Totally awesome. Cool. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you like this and want to see more of this stuff, please subscribe and stay tuned for more. Thanks, everybody.